G'day everyone, Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is Friday the 20th of September 2019 and the time here is 08:56 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Folks, I have to apologise for not doing a video. There's several reasons for that. One, I've been flat out around home. As much as I can do with my illness, trying to get things done. Two, look, this is going to sound bad. My heart just isn't in it at the moment. Because of what's going on behind the scenes with us personally, it's taken a heavy toll on me, and I'm trying not to let it do that, but unfortunately, it is. There's lots of things going on behind the scenes with me, my family, that just make it a priority to sort of look after that for the time being. So I hope you understand that. Family comes first, no matter what. And it's kind of funny, but we are kind of like a family anyway, you know what I mean? And I know that's important to a lot of people. But look, it's not going to change anytime soon. And if it gets to the point where it's just all too hard, I just probably won't even do videos. I'll try, but I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm going to be here every day. That's just not going to happen anymore, as much as I'd like to. So, having said that, I'm not going to show you anything except I'm just going to talk to you today about what's going on and hopefully flag a few things in your brain that you may be able to show this video to other Aussies who can actually, and other Americans, English, whoever, and they may get some common sense out of it. First of all though, this is my fantastic sponsor, Totally Rawsome. The guys sent me a beautiful gift pack yesterday saying thank you and how much we've all helped their business. Guys, the actual product is amazing. As you all probably know, I get lots of feedback from everybody about golden activated turmeric paste and what it does for them. And look, guys, this stuff does work. It's as simple as that. I take it every day. I haven't had joint pain for a long, long time. And it's bloody good stuff. I've tried them all. This is the best. If you're not onto it, you should be. You can even give it to your dogs. I recommended it to a woman down the beach the other day, and she started giving it to her dog, and her dog is improved out of sight. This is where they are, Bundles Farmers Market at the Arts Centre, Bundle 135 Bundle Road, Surfers Paradise, every Sunday, 6 till 12. And there's their contact details there, mobile number, and info@totallyrawsome.com.au. And if you like, join their mailing list. Okay. Been so long since I've done this, I forgot which button to push. Okay. Let's start with China or Hong Kong. If you know of anybody in your direct family, or if you know of any friends in Hong Kong, don't take this lightly, by the way, because I kind of know where this is going, and it's kind of been put on the back burner because of a lot of other stuff that's going on around the world. But if you know of any friends, family, relatives, etc. in Hong Kong as we speak, tell them to get on a plane and get the hell out of there. Because all of us in the next couple of weeks, maybe even the end of this week, next week, who knows, we're all going to see what the communist dictatorship in China looks like as regards to democracy and their thoughts on democracy. And look, if I had to make any point at all, The Hong Kong people have kind of stepped over the line a little bit and turned it into violence, which is, the wrong way to go about things. But you get to that point, I guess, where you think, well, we've got nothing else to lose, so we might as well do that. I would kind of say to them, just back off just a little bit. Try and do some mediation, and that might work better. But look, you cannot mediate with communists. Pol Pot, Mao, who else was there? Stalin. This is how things are going to play out. The Chinese at the moment, everyone's probably thinking, oh, why haven't they sent the troops into Hong Kong? Because they're sitting in big rooms around big tables, generals, etc., talking about the best way to do this, because don't forget, this is not like anywhere else. It's a little island type of thing, mass populated, high rises, etc., etc. So the Chinese government is not invading because they just don't want to. They're sitting there at the moment going, okay, how are we going to do this? They're planning it to the 9th degree. What's going to happen is they're going to send the troops in, but at the same time, they're going to send helicopters in and they're going to land on the top of the buildings that they've nominated, and they're going to send the troops down. And they're going to force everyone out into the streets and probably down to the harbour, I'm guessing, the airport, where there's a big mass transit area. And then they're going to pick the people they want to take and they're going to put them on planes and they're going to fly them to China. Or kill them, mass killings. Now, I'm being deadly serious here, folks. If you know anyone in China, tell them to get the hell out of there, because the shit's going to hit the fan real soon. The Chinese government is not going to sit there and take this any longer. You don't know this, but in China, the Chinese are marching about Hong Kong, saying, why aren't you invading these people and killing them? It's true, that's a fact. So I'll say it again. Pass this video on to someone who's in Hong Kong, so hopefully it might click something in their head where it doesn't matter if you've got a business there, it doesn't matter if you're making money there, it doesn't matter about anything else, you're going to be dead in the next couple of weeks if you don't get the hell out of China. That's how this is going to work. They are literally going to send the army in, send the helicopters in, mass evacuate people, shoot them as they're going. Anyone who refuses just gets shot. They're going to pull them out into the streets. They're going to corral them down to wherever they want. And then they're going to start either mass transits to China or killing, mass murders. That's how communists work, folks. If you haven't figured that out, then you need to get it in your head. Okay, let's talk economy in Australia. No, sorry, let's talk the bombings in Saudi Arabia. If you have not figured it out, who benefits the most out of bombing Saudi Arabia? And I hate to say this, but it's the good guys. Yeah, is that the right word? US, etc. Can you imagine Iran sending drones? Can I just say for a second, hang on, let's just get real here, right? Saudi Arabia, backed by the US, backed by Israel. Is there anybody alive who thinks you can just fly drones straight in over their oil refineries and just blow the shit out of it? Come on, guys, just think. You need to think logically here. This was the biggest setup since 9/11. And Trump, and we were all expected to go, oh my God, they blew up the Saudi Arabian oil, but no one did. It automatically went the other way, and they went, well, hang on a minute. One, it doesn't worry us. Two, the US is now the biggest oil producer in the world, so they don't even get anything from Saudi Arabia. And three, why would we want to go to war with Iran because of that? It's not our problem. So why would we bother? Look, like I said, if there's any of you who think that you can fly drones, militarized drones, anywhere near the Saudi Arabian oil facilities, you are either massively deluded or you're just not thinking right. You haven't switched on. It's just not going to happen, folks. It's a joke. It really is. Even the Iranians went, why would we bomb Saudi Arabia when we've got our own oil? It's just not logical, folks. Seriously. Okay, let's talk the Australian economy or the world economy. One of the reasons why I haven't done a video is because I've been concentrating heavily, and I mean very heavily, on getting my preparations right, putting in veggie gardens, etc., making sure that my compost is getting bigger and better, leveling out ground, building fences, proper fences for my chicken coops, 2 metre high fences to stop people and animals getting in, and several other things. Getting my car right. I've been concentrating a lot of the fine details. I want to tell you a funny story about Prep Aussie, right? The prepper, right? I put my dogs in the car the other day, drove down to the beach. I'm not supposed to drive, but down to the beach is 4 k's away, so I'm not supposed to drive because of my illness, but I took them down there anyway. Drove down there, parked the car, all good, went to the beach, came back, got in the car, wouldn't start. I didn't have a phone, didn't have any water, didn't have any money, didn't have nothing. And I started to laugh. And the woman said, "Why are you laughing?" And I just said, "Oh, you know, I really shouldn't be in this situation. Can I borrow your phone?" So, look, my point being, what was wrong with it was the starter motor went. It's a 30-year-old car, Land Cruiser. So my starter motor went. And it reinforced in my mind that, you know, this was a couple of weeks ago. It reinforced in my mind just how something tiny, so minute, can totally screw up your day. And here's the other thing. I didn't have my meds with me. So by the time it got to 10 o'clock and I'm standing there and I'm starting to get jittery, pain increasing, I'm thinking, oh, great, what a clown you are. You know, what an absolute bozo. You know, telling everyone to take their bags with them, etc., wherever you go. And then I go down the beach and this happens to me. Now, I was only 4 k's from home. So imagine if I was 100 k's from home, out west in the bush. I would be in a real pickle. My point being to you guys is, use my experience as an experience for yourself. You might go, because in the coming weeks, this is going to become crucial. What's coming, right, is going to hit us like a bombshell, bang. And if you haven't noticed, there's, you know, the wagon wheel of the pie chart. There's about 7 or 8 different things that they're all doing at the moment, which could be one of the trigger points for a mass event, right? The Saudi Arabia thing was done to make the oil prices go up so people keep making money to feed the debt machine. That's all it was, folks. If you're thinking anything else, you're loony. This debt machine has to be fed. So the quickest thing to do, knock out the Saudi Arabian oil fields, oil price spikes, money pours in, the Americans keep getting more money because now they're sending more oil everywhere. This is how dire things are, folks. And logical thinking people are now waking up everywhere going, this is crazy. Why is this all happening? Anyway, getting back to my main point. Anywhere you go from now on, have your backpack with you. And I'm being serious. Oh, here's the other thing. I just had a pair of what's called slides. These little jobbies on my feet. I didn't even have proper shoes. Not that I could walk very far because of my problem, but you know, I was knackered, absolutely knackered. So it was a big learning point for me, slap in the face, to remember that you need to practice what you preach out, that's it. Go and prep, get your shit together. And since that point, I've actually done a 90 and, or 180, and I've started to reverse a bit and gone back to basics. So please use that as a point, a case in point. You can go to the shops and bang, you might be 15 k's from home. These things happen, folks. Okay, let's talk the Australian economy. The other day, Scott Morrison came out and said he wants to do do you remember the good old days when we've just had a Royal Commission, folks? So this is kind of funny. And the Royal Commission found that they were doing mortgages, irregularly, illegally, blah, 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 blah. So Scott Morrison comes out and goes, we're going to do 5% deposits for first home buyers for new mortgages. So all you've got to supply is 5%. Now, the logic recently was you've got to have 20. So they've chopped 15% off it, and now people can buy homes, thus forcing people into a dire situation, thus inflating the economy, thus keeping the housing market booming, all the while the apartment thing is going dropping through the floor, literally dropping through the floor. And they're hiding it as much as they can. So our interest rates are now at unredeemable levels going up. They cannot take once they dropped it down past 1%, well, they couldn't have got it up. Once they got it up, once it got to the lower levels, it's never going to go up. That's how the fiat monetary system works. Okay, so just remember the interest rates, if they put the interest rates up now, everything goes pop, bang, overnight. There'll be people running for the exits everywhere. So watch this space. Get yourselves ready because it's coming. I don't know when, but it is. Okay, let's talk one last thing. And this is for Dave Lee in particular. Sorry, Dave, I hope I explained at the beginning of the video. I forgot to tell you guys, by the way, I got massively sick, and I mean frail sick. You can probably still hear it. It's been, I don't know what the hell this bug was that went around, but you can literally put a bullet in me and I won't stop. But I was in bed for like 6 whole days straight. And at one stage, I actually thought I was dying. That's how bad I was. This year I flat refused to go and get antibiotics for it. I thought, nah, it's got to make me stronger if I don't take antibiotics. So I didn't take antibiotics, and it took a long, long, long time. It's been about 6 weeks now since I've been anywhere near. I'm only now just starting to feel kind of normal again. So it's a long, long time, folks. Anyway, let's go on to the Chinese spy saga. Right. If you haven't figured it out, China has placed individuals all around the world in different countries, lots of them. We're getting to the point now where we are soon going to find out just how this is all going to play out. The Hong Kong thing was a big wake-up call. Now, when this does kick off, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Chinese. You obviously got two camps, and these two camps are going to go to war in our country. And I mean, they're going to literally try to kill each other. And then our government's going to be put in a hot pickle about whether to send people back or and admit that we've actually got a problem, but they'll never admit that, by the way. So we have all these young 18 to 25-year-old Chinese people going to uni here. And if you haven't noticed, none of them are fat, none of them they're all fit, you know, supreme athlete type of things. So guys, Just watch this space. It's going to get nasty. And how the Australian government plays it is going to be a big, big problem for us in the future, I'm afraid. Because to do what they have to do is going to rankle China, and then it's going to piss off China, and China's going to be left with no option but to tell Australia, well, you can't do that. They're our people. You either apologise or we're going to invade you, that type of thing, even though we've got the backing of the US. So watch this space. And don't think it's not going to kick off in America either at the same time. And England. Do you get the picture? Europe, lots of Chinese, everywhere. They've sent them everywhere, folks. So watch this space. Wow, this is a great verse of the day. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. How amazing is that? I only click on them just before I do them because I don't want to know. I don't want to be led in any way. How amazing is that? As always, folks, we'll end with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Forgot which buttons to push. Okay, folks, I'll leave it there. I've spoken enough. Hopefully I'll do a video soon. If not, please understand it's not against you or anything else. It's just what's happening in my life and how things are working out at the moment. All right. Love to all. God bless. Prep out.